Yo, what's up? I'm Coach Rich Lerman, also known as Coach RT3, and today we're going to talk about hip flexion. Now, we can all agree that this is hip flexion, right? But we can also agree that this is hip flexion, so is this. But also, if we go into external rotation, we can get hip flexion here, or if we come across the body, for example, we can find hip flexion there. But why do we only train one line of the tissue involved with either hip flexion or the tissues involved with hip extension? Today we're going to talk about those movements and a few setups that I like to do in order to train those positions specifically. Before we get started, make sure you smash the subscribe button so you never miss a post from me again. All right, so I have a box, but you can have a bench or anything like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to start out in our normal position. Now, this is the position we typically will do step-ups from, and we'll have our clients just do tons of step-ups from this position here. Well, we can also train hip flexors from here, right? So if we don't have control of this hip flexor, we can do things like lift-offs, for example, where I can lift off from here and find out I got more strength in my hip flexors than I thought I did. Okay, so we can train that. We can also decide, okay, well, hey, I want to move position, so I'm going to take my foot and bring it on this side. What if I hang out here and try and get hip flexion? Can I lift off? Absolutely. What if I want to go to the other side of the box and place my leg out here? Maybe I need to sniff a little bit more air into the abdominals because I don't spend a lot of time training this position here. And then I can drive into the ground and lift and back down. Now you can see I shifted a little bit, but that's because I don't have anything stable enough for me to do that. So I would rather you do that anchored next to a rack or something like that that's a little bit more solid, give that person a little bit more control and ability to contract and create more irradiation. Now that you've understood, hey, I've got hip flexion in all these different positions, that means you can also train the other aspect of that position. So I can train step-ups from out here, so I can move my leg out here and I can try a step up from there. I can move to here and I can do cross-box step-ups. That's going to correspond with a different part of your tissue on the back side of your hip. So not only are we thinking about, hey, I can train the front side of my hip flexors a little bit more by doing something like lift-offs, but I can change the way in which I get the feedback and get strength throughout multiple areas where I might have blind spots and weakness. If you found this video helpful, please smash the subscribe button and share it with somebody who you think might need a little bit of help with their hip flexors.